Okay guys, so in this video I want to explore the question on, is this a good time to be investing your money in the cryptocurrency market and the stock market? So over the past maybe 1 or 2 months, the stock market has been on a bit of a downtrend, especially when we look at tech stocks and growth stocks. For example, Tesla has fallen about 40% from its highs in January, so not exactly a great year so far for the stock market. Then when we looked at cryptocurrency, we've been on a pretty good run so far this year, but then over the past couple of weeks, we've started to see quite a downturn. Over the last number of days even, we've seen 40 to 50% drops in some cryptocurrencies, ranging all the way from Bitcoin all the way down to VeChain and some of the other shit altcoins as well. I'm sure a lot of them are going to be obsolete after this week. So generally people are saying, is this a good time to be investing, or are these markets going to keep going lower and should I stay away from them? But I mean, even if we look at asset classes that are, I guess you could say, falling right now in terms of the stock market and cryptocurrency market, if we look at something like the property market, that is on the rise, but that is not good for buyers. So it's pretty much a seller's market. Now, I believe that's the case across most of the world. Let me know in the comments below if it differs for you. But I know in Ireland right now, properties are on quite low supply. So anytime someone is going to buy one, the prices are just going sky high and they're paying a lot more than the properties are actually worth. So a real case of supply and demand, but just the supply is really low and the demand is really high, driving up these prices. So for example, let's say you had quite a substantial stock portfolio, it wouldn't really make sense right now to sell out of that and try to put it into property because that market is quite high. Now I do actually have a video coming up later this week which talks about property investing and a different kind of way you can approach that, so make sure you do stay tuned for that. But anyway, I know the majority of people don't have a stock portfolio that's large enough to consider a move such as buying property. So we turn our attention back to the stock market and cryptocurrency market. One thing that I always tell people is make sure when you are investing that you have a bit of a long-term outlook with a minimum of 3 to 5 years. In the short term, the stock market and cryptocurrency market is in some terms unpredictable. You don't know if you invest right now, in 2 months time will it be up or down, but generally if you're investing now and you're looking at your portfolio in 3 years time, you will be up. Now of course that will depend on what you're investing in and how risky each asset you are investing in, but as a general, let's say if you bought the S&P 500 today and then in 3 years time, it would be fair to assume that the money you invested today would be worth more in 3 years time. So whenever we do see corrections in some stocks, some sectors, and corrections in the cryptocurrency market, I personally believe it is a good time to be adding to your long-term plays. Now please do remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you do all your own research when it comes to choosing your investments. And guys, if you made it this far, make sure you do drop a like on this video. Would really appreciate it, and stay tuned because I'll reveal some of the cryptocurrencies and stocks that I'll be buying towards the end of the video. So I know when people look at the stock market and cryptocurrency market right now, they can be quite scared. I did a previous video where I showed this indicator here for the cryptocurrency market, which shows that there is extreme fear in that market right now, and that is generally a good time to be buying. But I know that if we look back at January, we'll say when cryptocurrency and stocks were really on the up, it was pretty much everybody was talking about it. But now, a couple of months later, not as many people are talking about it because they've shied away from it. They've realized they're not going to become overnight millionaires, and they've kind of put that idea to the side of investing in stocks and crypto. Now, I'm not saying everyone, of course, but I just mean a majority of people who were kind of interested in that whole GameStop kind of thing. They came into the market, they realized it's not as easy as they thought, they probably lost some money, and then they exit out of it, never to see it again. But again, I come back to the philosophy of think long term, think about, if I buy this investment now, do I think it will be worth more in 3 to 5 years? And that would be a good justification for buying it. I know for me right now, looking at my portfolio, it's not fun to see it down quite a bit from where it was a couple of months ago, but again, I'm not planning on cashing out anytime soon, so it's a great opportunity for me to dollar cost average into my plays that I have the most conviction in, and let's go ahead and take a look at some of them now in both the stock market and cryptocurrency market. So for me, we have Tesla, of course. I believe that's making up around 70% of my stock portfolio now. As it was dipping down further, I added some more to it, so that's why it's grown to quite a large proportion there. Now I know some people will disagree with how much confidence I have in this company. There seems to be quite a lot of polarizing thoughts when it comes to Tesla. People either hate it or love it. But for me, I love it, and it's one that I have conviction in and one that I think will definitely be higher in the next 3 to 5 years. So I'm happy to have my investment in it. While it stays at around these 550 to 580 levels, I'm happy to keep adding a small bit to my position. It's at quite a decent position now. I think I have around 29-30 shares in it, so I'm quite happy with the exposure to that right there, but I'll still be adding to it slowly as I invest each month. Some other plays that I like in the stock market right now are DraftKings, Tattoo Chef, and Disney. I think these are great companies with a lot of growth potential, and I think we'll start to see that over the next 12 months or so, so I'm happy to be adding these to my positions. Now, as I said, right now I'm not buying in extremely heavy because I think the market could have further to fall in the short term, but I'm happy to dollar cost average into these over the next couple of months. Then when we look to the cryptocurrency market, it has been quite a rocky week. I know a lot of people are down 50% in their portfolios, and that is never nice to see. But for me, when it comes to this, I really do think that Bitcoin and Ethereum are the real staples here, and ones that I'm always happy to add a bit to my position. Especially when we've seen Bitcoin as low as 28,000, I added a little bit to my position there, as well as Ethereum when that hit 1,800 yesterday, I added a bit to my position there as well. Two other projects I like in the cryptocurrency space are Cardano and VeChain as well, but I haven't been adding to them recently. If I had some more money on the side, I probably would have, but I'm going to keep them at smaller portions of my portfolio. But for me, Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm always happy to add more of them, because anything I buy today, I'm quite confident that in the next 3 to 5 years, I'll see some really good gains on. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hopefully you did enjoy. I know these times can be quite scary in the markets, but again, it's a great time to add more to your conviction plays, in my opinion. If you did enjoy this video, guys, if you could take a second to drop a like on it, would really appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. We're aiming for 3,000 subscribers by the end of this month. We have about a week left to hit it. So if you want to share this channel with any of your friends who you think may be interested in this kind of content, would really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and hit that 3,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in another video.